in this drawing. So that's why it's very important to use a different type of line profile, because of from there you can see the some significant features and some insignificant features, but as well as the distance or the level between object. For example, you can see the big trees. You can use a more thicker line a bit. So the medium trees you can see you can use. For example, if you're using the big trees there, for example 0.5, maybe you can reduce a bit 0.3 and 0.2 or 0.15. So the lowest level you can see, especially when you draw the grass and the some texture and pattern of these uh, what we call it the hardscape decking and pavement pattern. So you can use more lighter line. So this is some example how you use a different type of line profile. Okay, so you can practice it. For me, I think you can trace. It's not necessary for you to draw, because if you want to draw by your own, so maybe you can use your own design. But however, if you can copy some of the example, you use a tracing paper, or you can also use a butter paper, whatever paper that you can trace back the object or the drawings, so you can use a different line thickness. Okay, you just follow, because if you keep do some drawings like that, so then later on you will remember the which line are most important and which line are more significant or insignificant. So that's why for me, I think you can see some example, then you just follow, because this is important to understand the object. So another exercise for you. Last time I'm already asking you to draw a line, vertical, horizontal. Then you match the line between. Then I'm also asking you to draw the symbol of landscape, the softscape and hardscape example. For example, here you can see the symbol of trees, the symbol of vegetation. For example, the trees, the medium trees and the the shrub example there next to the timber deck. Then also you can see the grass, how they they hash to show a symbol of grass, as well as the symbol of pavement up there, and also the timber using a different type of hatching line or texture there. So here, what you can see is not just about the line profile, but also the symbol that they use, especially on the hard and soft landscape. So that's why it's very important to understand that when you draw or apply this in your design later on, especially in your studio. This is as another example how you practice. You can see from there the different type of line profile will show the different type of hierarchy. So normally we differentiate trees, shrub, and ground covers. So you can see the house normally or the building line. So we use a more thicker line. So you can trace later on. I think some of the this not already shared to you. So I want you to trace using a tracing paper. You can go to the stationery, asking them to buy a tracing paper. Then you can use your technical pen. So you try about line profile. So you just trace from some example. For example, later on, I think I believe that in my previous note, so I already passed this to you. So you just trace, print it in A4, then you just trace example. Then I want you to put part of your portfolio later. Is it okay, guys? Do you have any question on it? I want you just to trace, but using a tracing paper and to play with the different type of line profile.
You mean different type of line weight?
Yeah, different type of
Yeah.
line weight or different type of line profile. Some people call the different type of line profile. The line weight also okay. Yeah. So you just trace. So we want to use a different type of line profile.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
I want to ask
Yeah.
some question. You say that we can trace it using butter paper, right?
Butter
But
paper or
how
tracing paper.
but how we can we transfer it to the actual paper, the drawing block?
Drawing block. No.
Uh,
You go to stationery near you. Okay. I believe that I'm not sure if you have some maybe I'm not sure whether you have difficulties or not. But you go to stationery, ask to get a tracing paper or butter paper. Okay, so you
no,
can
no.
cut into A3 size.
Uh,
Even
uh, do we need to transfer the drawing from the tracing paper to the drawing block
no, no
or
need,
not?
no
Just
need.
leave it on
Yeah,
the tracing paper.
yeah,
Okay.
no need. So if you go to the
Alright.
stationery, they already have the A3 size.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright.
So make sure you go to stationery where they have all pencil, papers, right? Asking them to get a A3 size tracing paper.
Alright. Okay.
Okay. Some shop they also sell a butter paper, or if not, you have to cut it into A3 because later on I want you to put all this in your portfolio, A3 folder. If you remember that I already asking you.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go to the next stationery next to you, near you, ask get tracing paper. So I want you to trace to use a different type of line weight. You just trace, no need to design. Okay, is there any question?
Doctor,
Which one?
Yeah, one by one.
Yeah,
you
please.
go.
Sorry, yeah,
Okay.
please.
Okay, thank you. So doctor, for the plan, we just choose in this slide, right?
In this slide or any sources.
Okay, okay.
So you print it into A4, then you trace, or you can, sorry, you can print it. Yeah, A4 is fine.
A4, right?
Because it's very difficult to print A3 because most of you,
No.
I think you have a A4 printer. Not all can get A3 because normally we use A3 for our design activities. So you just print it into A4, then you maybe you have a one, two A4 can be in A3, right? So you can have a four drawings together. So you put in the one because when you if you combine two A4 you will get A3. But I want you to use A3 tracing paper to overlap, and you just trace the line thickness like this.
Okay. Okay, thanks, doctor.
Okay, for example, now you can see there in the screen shows on the top of it. So how the line thickness shows different type of the feature or object. Here also you can see in this section, yeah, you can see the more thicker line of the first three, then second a bit medium, then the low. So maybe the first is more significant in terms of distance. So you can see when the outline of these three bit darken compare with the rest. So this tree may be located at the front. For example, now even the size. So it could be both. Whether the object will be seated in the front or maybe in the back. Yeah. So here also same, you can see the trees uh, uh, the become a foreground, that's close to your eyes, and the less or the lighter uh, line weight or line profile become a background, right? So you can test also the section like this, no problem in the A3. So it is fine whether you want to put in one A3 or two A3, it doesn't matter. So the plan and the section like this, okay. And if you can take a look back the foundation of landscape architecture. So there are many plan there, right? So there are many plan, and also I think it's no section there. So, but there are many plan. So you just photocopy, not photocopy. You just copy from that plan and use a different type of line profile. Example, just take a look whether, let me check. Okay, let me stop sharing first this one. So let me try to get the book whether how to use it. If you practice many times, you can remember and you will get more familiar in terms of using different type of line weight, because line weight is very important to show the hierarchy of your object. Let me check first. These 2 weeks I have many activities, so today my voice is not so good. I also got some presentation with client, outside activities, and also UTM. Let me check back. Before I share it again to you. Okay, let me share. So today we are focusing on line profile, because it's very important before we enter the next step, whether which is you need to design, for example, to draw a plan, section, perspective. So this is basic drawings or conventional drawings. So you need to understand some important basic elements in drawing. So last time you already practiced on the line weight, so the line. So then you practice some doodling. This is fine to get your hand familiar with some graphic design, especially the symbol exercises. So today we are focusing on the line profile. So I believe that in front of you now, what you can see here, I'm sharing to you back this line weight. You can see some dark color, very significant compare with the background. Even you can see the plan there. Sorry. So you can see the plan there, right? You can see the plan in the page 20. So the different type of line profile. You can see trees. You can see a shrub, grass, a bit lighter, as well as the finishing of the pavement pattern. Here also, maybe if you look just one on, you can't see much the differentiation between line weight, but if you look closer, you can see very clear, the line weight, different type of line weight that shows a different type of hierarchy of the object. Okay, this is another example. We can see some example of plan. This is example of doodling. You can apply it later. So for example, you can use sort of graphic like this. I believe that everyone got this. I think the full-time student as well as the space student. Don't just look this book as just to refer. Okay, of course to be referred, but you need to apply. This is, I give a lot of there are a lot of examples here. So you can trace with your tracing paper. You can use your tracing paper. You can buy 5 or 10. So I think keep practicing by tracing also is a good activities for you. So normally you can see all this graphic shows some indication. Yeah, for example, using a different type of language also can apply when you come up with the schematic plan concept in your analysis, right? So all this shows the hierarchy, right? For example, you want to show the movement, you want to show some focus elements, right? So even as well as in this graphic, so by using a different type of line weight, it's not just a perfect plan, right? So if you can see uh, from here how the authors or designer use a line to show some demarcation of the certain importance of the object. For example, the visual circulation, some important symbol that to show some significant object over there. So all this important to apply when once we are using this what they call the different type of line thickness. So same like this. So you can see the building there. All right. So you can see the building there. Use a very thicker line because it shows that the market, right? The market is the object, and it's not important in terms of landscape features, but the as a context. So that's why they just draw like that. Then they have a three gazebo, all right. So with using a thicker line, but if you compare with the for example the trellis next to it, that is the trellis there, right? This is the trellis. Unfortunately, can't see much here. So this is the trellis. So using a bit lighter, then you can see the line of the pavement become a background, and as well as the grass. So this is example how the line, the pen work through the through a different type of line width. So you also can use this book to trace your assignment. You understand? Right? Last time I hope that everyone got this book. Okay. So I think it's very good book because not just design, composition, setting, but also how the graphic work. Because this is what you need to apply later on. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Remember that I said to you, one, you study about the theory about landscape design, how to compose trees, how to make a organized garden, how to draw the circulation, right? So that needs some theoretical in terms of how you design the place, how you design the garden. But to apply it, you need a specific skill in your drawings. Yeah. So that's why using a symbol, line, texture, hatching, line weight. Yeah. Symbol is not just about hardscape and softscape, but it's including, for example, arrow, dotted, some symbol to show the important features. So here you can see there are many plans. All right. So you can copy, you can use this for your reference to trace back. Okay, using a different type of line weight. Is it okay? Sorry that my voice not so good.
Yes,
It's
Dad.
okay. Yeah.
So so as well as for example in this plan, you can see the map shows a building. Where is the building? Where is the building here?
The
On
The
top.
thicker lines.
Yeah, you can see the top, right? So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can see they have axis line that surrounded by trees, the row of trees, and is directed to the building. So from here, you can understand that the feature. That's why a line weight define which are the important context, as well as the big scale in your big scale means that not scale, big object in this drawing. So you can see normally we use a thicker line for the building, the perimeter block. Here you can see there. Then the trees, and you can see it's very lighter line for the parking space, because all these parking lot are located as a background or in the lower ground. Okay, so that's why using a line weight or will show some significant object. Yeah, this is another. So you can see the line width for the pavement, using a very light line compare trees, and also some features, some big features there. Okay, this is some example on it, right? So now you can see how if you just use one typical one same line width, so it's very hard to see which are the uh, dominant object or significant object, and which are the insignificant object, right? And also from the graphic visual, it's more what I can say here, it's more attraction in terms of what people can read. If you see this plan, people can read your design, how is working. Yeah, so we can see the pattern of the setting of the trees, the setting of your garden, yeah, the grass, and also some pavement as well as other features. Yeah, so I hope that you can see and you can trace, just trace. No, it doesn't matter. This is not about your design exercise. This is about the graphic exercise. Okay, design exercise is there, is in your studio. Graphic
Yeah.
exercise is a tool that you need to apply it later in your drawings. Okay, of course it could be a form, could be a circle, square. That is doesn't matter. So that's why I am asking you. In this exercise, you just copy, right? If you draw more, you will get. Is there is it recorded, right?
Yeah, this is recording.
Yeah. So so you can trace for example 3 doesn't matter if you in your portfolio, if you produce more, I really appreciate it because this is part of the practices. All right. So I will skip this one first. Continue another material. I already share the books before. Okay, for today's class, okay, today I would like to talk about graphic in landscape architecture, especially on plan, section, and elevation, especially formatting of your drawings. Yeah, I'm trying to use a presentation mode. Not sure whether the slide can run it smoothly or not. Unfortunately, it's good. I can see two screens. If I change this, your screen not change. I already moved to slide number 2. I already moved to slide number 3. But however, in your screen, I think it still looks static, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I need to change back.
Now it is moving.
Hmm?
Yeah, it moved to the slide 3.
Yeah, because I'm not using a slide presentation mode. So
Yeah.
today I would like to share about how you formatting your work. It's very important, especially when you draw a plan. You need to put your name, your title of the project, where you need to put the scale, the key plan, the legend, and also other drawings. So you need to compose it well. Okay. So that's why when you get paper A1, A2, or A3 size, okay, you need to organize. You can divide into some division. All right, where you want to put the, for example, the title. Where you want to put your drawings. Where you want to put text. So this need to be organized. Okay. So normally we need to put in grid, for example, but you need to organize it because of we don't want to see any empty space. Okay. In our drawings, normally we need to make it all space in the paper fit with all your information. Yeah. So that's why you need to organize where you want to put the plan, the notes, the drawings, your title, and the boundary. Okay. So for example, you can see in this book, I I trying to share this book to you, but unfortunately the book is a bit heavy. But I think you can download it by in the website that I already give it to you. You just download all the graphic landscape design books. Okay. Uh, if 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 I will try again. So this is to show how you format your work. So you need to apply, for example, the architectural handwriting. Have you done the practice of that? The architecture handwriting?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Never.
that's why. Okay, please. I think you already got some example, right?
Yeah.
So you just follow that, all right? Practice it, because in your studio, your lecturer will ask you to write in your graphic work manually in your studio exercise. So
Yeah.
you need to use all manual apply all manual skill drawings. So one of the is not just drawing, but also you need to write on the so that's why you can, if you can see here, let me show it to you. So this is using architectural handwriting. Okay, the name of the place, right? The master plan, the pace, the scale. Okay, this is just some example of the title, but you can see use a freehand. Okay, freehand writing. So this is how you need to divide, organize. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Based on it's up to your creativity. But however, you need to organize it well. All this material need to fit in all in this paper. Um, is for example, maybe if you want to organize it, you can start to put the for example the border between your food paper and the your working space on that particular paper. So maybe you can give, for example, 5 cm or 3 or 10 cm. So it depends how. Okay, maybe I will skip. This is about creativity, your site plan. So if you can see here, so most of the drawing they have a legend and sorry, the description. So you need to organize it there. Example, you can see all this line. So normally all this line to show the space there. So you need to make it lighter, not a thicker line. For example, you have a text there. So this is the arrow to show the object. Don't use a thicker line. So normally you can use 0.15 maybe 0.2, but need to be lighter than other features. Okay, and you need to organize the text, so the text must be all in line there. Okay, so then you can have all these arrow to show the description of the object. This is just to, I think this one I already explained to you using different type of graphics. So remember that most all your drawing need to have a title block. They call title block. Your name, the title of the project, the date, right? Maybe the scale as well. If you have a logo of the consultant, you can put the logo as well there. So this is just some example. Later on, I will share this slide to you. Okay, so all your presentation need to be organized. So what you can see from here, using this, most of our drawing need to have a legend or the information. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see whatever we draw there, so we need to give the
Yes.
information next to it, what we call it in legend. So there's a legend show all the symbol meaning. Okay, the meaning of the symbol, right? This example. Okay, then here in this after you understand about some line, the importance of line weight, so this also shows for example the plan, section, and some other angle. So normally we will draw a plan. So this is a plan. Okay, a plan. So in our presentation we also dealing with section. So whatever you draw there, you need to show it. For example, you can see here, that is the plan, all right, in scale 1 to 20. So the plan is a bit smaller than scale 1 of the section, but it's good that to draw because sometimes your plan is small, but if you draw a small section, we can't see much. So normally section we use a big scale. For example, 1 to 20, 1 to 50, 1. If you have a master plan, you need to use a scale 1 to 100. Don't use a scale 1 to 1000 a section. We can't see. So all the drawing actually must carry certain aims. What do you want to show in your drawings? So you can, what we can see from here example, that is the map, and that is the section. So the map, for example, if you, this is a section line. Have you already learned this in your studio? Not yet. Okay, now
Not
it's
yet.
more graphic exercise. So this is a plan, a very simple plan, all right? So you can see the shelter. I'm not thinking. I'm not telling you about the design. That is outside of this, okay, conversation. So you can see the plan. The plan shows some trees there, three trees. You can see the trellis, right? So this is a section line. So after you draw a plan, so this arrow to show that you are facing to this angle, up, not down. So this arrow to show when you stand there, in the middle there, example. So that's why in using this, very difficult for me to use the slide mode. Sorry, the slide mode presentation. Yes, because of I want to show how if I draw using a pen. So okay, now you can see that this is the section next to it. So here on this map, you can see different contour. It is wrong. You can see in the section, you can see different type of level, right? So the level of this is a trellis a bit higher than the level of plant. This plant. So if example, if I can use this, hopefully can share it to you. Can you see it?
Yes.
So that is to show
See, yeah.
the different level. Let me draw it again. Okay, this is to show the slope. Okay, using this. So that is the slope to show this line.
Mm,
Can you see this different level?
Yes.
yes. The different level of the line form, doctor.
Yes, the landform. Yeah, good. So this, without this slope, actually this plan is wrong. Okay, because it doesn't show any different level. By right, you should draw the slope. Okay, because this the location of the stage of this trellis is a bit slightly higher than the for example that plant that trees there. Okay, the different type of topography. So on plan also you need to show it. So this is section of AA example. So when you stand there, you cut that land, you can see the trees, the slope, as well as the trees here. Okay, it must be same. Okay, same like this. So this is very simple. If we draw this section, so this is wrong because of, if you cut this map, you must see the trees like this, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
whatever you can see there, here example the trees. So oh my God. Hopefully we can meet soon. So you can see that is the trees. Then here, okay, you need to draw a trees. I need to draw this using this one. So that is the trees. All right, and there is another trees there. here. Alright. Of course, you can see down there, but just want to draw it in front of you. I love drawing. Okay. So this is this. Alright.
Yeah.
So you need also to draw the shrub, because of when you cut this section, okay, you can see the shrub there, here, and here. If you put some object there, example a sculpture, here on plan, this is a sculpture there. You can see the blue box is a sculpture, art sculpture. Here, you need to draw the
Sculpture.
object.
Yeah.
Okay. Sculpture tu macam ni lah, sculpture lah. Kan? Alright, so you can see this is the sculpture. So this is not the shrub. Okay, this is a bit this sculpture. Okay. So whatever on plan, you cut that face. So you see up there. So you need to show in the section. This is a simple method to understand the relation between plan and section. Do you understand? Pening ah?
Yes.
Yes.
Susah? Is it difficult? Okay. So you just draw a simple a shelter and 2 trees. Then you draw the section just to practice. Okay. But of course, if you want to draw, you must use a scale. For example, okay, I want you to draw this same like this in scale. Okay, this is your exercise. Huh? Okay, example, you draw this one, same. So you can see this at the red box. Okay. I want you to draw using a scale in A3 size. Have you already buy your scale rule? Got your scale rule? Scale ruler?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Got it.
Okay, you got it. In your A3 size, okay, I want you to use a scale 1 to 50.
1
Draw
to 50.
like
1 to 15. Okay.
1 to 50, yes. 50.
Yeah.
1 to 50. So you draw like this. A building and some trees. So you show like that. Very simple. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is to practice the understanding of how your plan and the section work. Because when you in the next stage, you go more further. So you need to produce a map, a plan, section like this. You can see the number A here is all the plan. But how the the scale in terms of how the height of that particular features, so we need to show in the section. Okay, if you don't know, you can Google, alright, plan and section. So now after this I will share it to you my lecture note. Okay, so this is example. Okay, plan and section, but very simple. Don't think much about design. Okay, I want you to understand how the graphic work. Design, you can see this page, right? Okay, same like this. So the plan A and the B. Okay, if you move like this, it's very difficult. If you go here, it's more easier. One plan on the top, then you just use this example. I'll show it to you, alright? I give you more easier guide. Okay. You can see this. Yes.
So the section
this is the building. Yep.
Can I ask you?
Yep.
So the section is literally our point of view when we are standing at the line with the arrow.
Yeah, for example, now you are here. Okay, you are here. Somewhere there. Okay,
Mm.
okay. That is you. Sorry, not this. So the dotted is you. So you stand, you cut the building. Of course, the building you can see there are some furniture inside, but it's fine. Uh, so you stand there, you cut all this, like you show this. So this is the section of the building, and you can see the trees at the back there. Okay, this is the view. So if you must think like this. So this is the view. Your view are facing to this angle.
Mm.
That is your visual, your vision. So that's why
Mm.
you can see trees and the building. Alright.
Oh,
Here is
okay.
more. This is to show you. Okay, how it's work like this. This is this drawing is already apply all this feature. But if you draw like this, it's more easier because you can see if you cut it here, so you can see the building line there, the roof line, and this is the roof line, and the trees is like this here. If you cut that view, you can see this tree, right? Standing there.
Yes.
And you also can see this standing here as well. Okay? In the same position. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Do you understand,
Thank you.
guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you draw like this, okay, for example, we can change that into a dotted just one for you not to confuse. That's how the location of trees and the building work. But here, if you draw like this, so maybe difficult because you need to measure the position. But if you draw like this, it's more easier. Okay, the trees and the shrub. So normally we draw a plan and section together. Okay, because it's more easier for us to understand it like this.
Oh,
Then
Doctor,
yes,
may I ask, just now Doctor said that we need to draw this in A3 paper, right?
yeah,
So in our A3 paper, can we draw more than one plan? Because this plan is quite simple, right?
it's
So
up to
if we,
you.
oh,
This is
okay.
fine. You want to explore more? Doesn't matter.
Mm,
If you want to, for example, if you want to try, you want to use another plan, for example, in the book of the foundation of landscape architecture, but in that particular book is no section, but you can use the plan.
mm.
Okay, but this is to show the very basic concept to understand the relation of between plan and section, how it's work.
Okay, just now Doctor said that we need to use the scale ruler, right?
You draw 1 to 50 using a scale 1 to 50. Or if you cannot fit in, you can use also 1 to 75. I think when 1 to 50, okay. Don't draw big building. Just a small building. 4 meter by 4 meters. Okay, if you draw a 10 meters, sometimes you cannot get because you're using a scale 1 to 50. So the building that you draw there is just a small building. This is not about design. It's to show how the relationship between plan and section. So you just use a square building like this. Instead of a rectangular shape, so you just use a square building. So a square. Okay, this is a square building. 4 meter by 4 meter. or 5 by 5. For example, here, oh, this one, insert dimension. So the building is 4 meter, like a store. Okay. Here, 4 meter.
Dr. Hisham.
Yes.
Sorry, it's customer 101. Could I please leave the class so I can meet my brother from airport?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Thank
one.
you so much.
Yeah.
I will,
So
I will,
I will share this slide to all of you later.
yeah,
So thank you very much. It's fine.
thank you so much
Can
too.
leave.
I will watch the recording.
Oh, thank you. Yes, please do so.
Good
Okay.
night.
Good night. Okay. So this is another example. Yeah. So you can draw this building 4 by 4 meter. Is there any question? Normally in the real class, so student will do it in the studio. But because it's online, so I give you the assignment. So can you see the building there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Doctor,
Yes.
can I ask you? This drawing
Sure.
it seems like drawing like three perspective view, right? Yang ada line 40 darjah tu,
They
Boleh apply
want
macam tu,
later.
sama macam tu.
They want
Boleh
later.
Okay.
This one is just to
Alright.
focus plan and section. Don't make it complicated.
Okay.
Okay. So you
Okay.
learn step by step. Before this, I
Mhm.
already asked you to use a line weight, right? Line weight. Remember just now? Then
Yes.
you need to do exercise of line weight. Then you need to do a assignment on the plan and section like this.
Okay.
Okay, section elevation. Sometimes they call section elevation because section is this building. Elevation is that trees. Okay, they call it section elevation. I will share my slide to you later. Okay. Okay, this is the same thing. So you can see. Let me. Okay, this is the plan and this is the elevation. Yeah. So maybe here you stand there. This is you. Now you are facing to this area. So as you are standing there, and this is your view. You understand? And that is below is a section or elevation of these trees and the whole plant there. You understand?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm very happy that you say yes. Otherwise, I need to repeat. Okay. Okay. This is last time I asking you to do sketch, right? This is from photo, but I believe that have you done your some sketching activities, guys? For example, Nurin Irina. Nurin
Yes.
Irina.
Yes,
So
okay.
how many sketches that you have done up to now? 10 sketches, 20 sketches?
3 plus 2, 5.
5 sketches.
And the line.
You done 5 sketches? No, sketches. Sketching.
Sketches too.
Yeah. For example, you can see this diagram. So have you done it?
This one not yet.
Not yet. How about Isfar? Have you done the sketches
Yeah, I've
outside?
done this outside
Uh,
sketches. Yeah, I have done it. Yeah.
is it possible to share here?
Uh, yeah, I think I don't have any pictures, but I can share.
Oh, you haven't take that drawings in the you haven't take photo, right?
Yeah, I haven't taken the photo, but I have the
Okay.
drawings.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to show. Okay, you want to show it on your uh, camera? Maybe difficult. Okay, later on maybe you can store in your PC. Okay, then hopefully you can share it. All right.
Yeah,
Is anyone volunteer to share? Maybe some of you already take a photo or scan. Is anyone of you already got it? Okay, never mind. Later you take a photo or scan that particular drawing, then you save in your digital device. Then maybe next week you can share some of your work. Okay?
yeah, sure. I will
Right.
share.
Okay, this is another example of how we use a plan and section. Let me make it smaller a bit. So this is more complicated, but not so because of here you can see the location of each object and how it's working from plan to section. For example, this you can see here the section arrow. Let me to show it to you. This is what they call a section arrow. All right. So this is a section. Okay, there's two. Sorry. This is a two arrow to show the view. Here you can see there, and this is the section line. But of course here we don't need to have to draw a long section. Not necessary. All right. It is enough to show these two section arrow to show the how this section come from this plan. To be more understandable, so this is the any question from space student? From part-time student? Any question? Azrul, semua ada tak Azrul? Semua ada kat sini?
No, sir.
Okay. Alright. So you can understand as well?
Yes.
Okay, for me, this is very basic, alright? I don't want to show much, to show with some complicated example. That's why I show it to you very simple object, but you understand how the system work, how your drawings working, alright? Between plan and section. And this is a bit complicated. For example, if I want to show you, this is the section line, and this is the planting area. Okay, so you can see in that particular space, show the planting area, then sitting area, right? That is the sitting area. So you can see now it's facing to the upper view. Okay, not the lower view, it's upper view. So you can see this wood shelter or arbor. Okay, this is arbor, right? Or some people call trellis or pagoda. So that is the object and this is the object. Alright, this lawn and here is the lawn. That is they have some barbecue pit there. Some features sometimes is not clearly shown here. And you can see these trees, 1, 2, 3. So you can see 1, 2, 3 trees. Then The whole is a shrub, and you got a step there, step. Okay, so whatever on plan, we need to show clearly in our section. This is very simple method to understand. This is a bit complicated, but you can understand the concept, right? Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You also can practice using a line thickness. Okay, for example, like I said to you before, when you draw a section, you can apply some different type of line weight, right? For example, if you put some darker color there, thicker compare with the right object, so this will show a distance. So this need to be practiced. Okay. So vertical object, this is just to show you some example. Okay, how you draw trees. So normally we can use this kind of object, not necessary for you to draw many branches, because to finish one tree, it will take you maybe 3 hours. But if you draw like this, all right, so you just you will complete it with maybe 10 minutes. Okay, don't use that. This is fine because later you need to put color, or you can use some branch here. Oh, cannot go, because later on you will put some color. It's not easy for you to draw a more branch like that. But if you just color like this, if you draw this also fine. Okay, or here. So normally this is a dead trees. Okay, in overseas, yes, but not in Malaysia, because we are tropical country. So you use this kind of symbol, same like this. Okay, so I love this kind of symbol because it's more easier. We are not differentiate plant species in our presentation drawing. We are not. Okay, but your drawing need to be reflect the tree's character. Example, for example, if you suggest some tree, you must understand the canopy form of that particular tree, so you apply. But don't need to put many branches there, because later you need to color. Okay, this is some section as well. Okay, hardscape, stone. All right. So this is later when you want to put color. So very simple light colors. But here you can see how you organize the symbol, the handwriting, okay, the object, okay, and also the some graphic, how it shows that different type of hierarchy of features. So this is another example. What you can see here, how is working between plan and section. For example, this is plan to cut. You can see the section AA. Some people call section BB, XX, YY. This doesn't matter. But when you put this section line crossing there, so facing to the up there, so you can see the shelter and the bridge and that particular cluster of trees. Macam ni pun sama jugalah. Kan, the next to it, this is just a decking, okay, a jetty. So this is a plan, and that is the section BB. Because this is a section BB, so you just see this platform and this trees and some this slope area. Okay, I think that's all for today. Here, I think it's more like now. Okay, this is not today's lecture. So for today, I just concentrate back your line weight, your span and section. Okay, just copy. All right, no need to think complicated. Okay, for the line exercise, you just copy. All right, even you can take a look also in the book of Foundation of Landscape Architecture. You can take some reference there and you just trace it. in the assignment of line and weight. Then you need to draw a plan and section. So you can start with this simple graphic, or you also can design it. It's no problem for me. So what I show it to you is just simple drawing, seriously simple drawing, a building and the trees. But you want to put a sculpture, you want to put some shelter at the back, but you must understand when you cut, you draw when you draw a section line there, whatever you need, you can see from this view, you need to put it in your section. It's a must. For example, if you not draw this example, it's wrong, because from this vision we can see this tree. Here we need to draw a tree. Okay, that's all for today, gentlemen. Is there any question from you?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Any question, guys? So is it okay? So you can understand it? Your work?
Yes.
I will share to you some example, but let me give to put some more reference in this slide. Then tomorrow or day after, I will share it to you.
All right.
I think tomorrow is fine. Okay.
Okay,
I
sure.
need to give you more example, but you also can see many example in the some books, you know, in Google, in some references as well, in other references as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Alif. Alif pun dah mengantuk nampak tu. Okay, attendance. Okay, for space attendance, please, Azrul, helping me because it's too many students here. Let me stop sharing. Okay, let me open the attendance sheet. Okay, please wait. Okay, please wait. Now, hopefully, the communication. For space student, you don't need to scan it here because of I put it 9 today. Okay, now let me share. Space student, any question from you? For space student.
So far, no, Dada.
Okay, yeah, so I think that's all for today for you guys, because you don't need to scan. This is for the Perdana student. If you have any question, you can directly asking me. So let me share to. Okay, this is your attendance code today. Please scan. Okay, for space student, you can leave. So thank you very much for your commitment to attend this lecture today. I will also will share this slide to you later on. All right, space student, thank you very much and have a good rest at home. Okay, for Perdana student, bye bye. For Perdana student, please scan your attendance here using this barcode. Now it's 20 out of 34. For example, some your friend tadi Zuan kan leave early, so I will take a note for her. She's attending today. Okay, 23. So those already scanned, thank you very much for your attendance this class today. I will inform you our introduction of landscape architecture replacement class later on. Okay, now we have 24. How many participants? Ispar?
4.
Total 38.
30?
38 participants.
30, oh yeah, including our space student, right?
Yeah.
Including part-time. But how about the Perdana? So now it's almost, now it's 26. Okay, scan it. At least we reach 90%. Okay, have you finished, guys? Is there any problem? So 26, 27. So there are some missing here. Ada yang tak datang ya?
Yeah, I think there are some missing.
How many attendance now? How many participants now in our online class now?
36.
36, yeah.
20? 36. For the one including that, because now for Perdana student we have
in our class there are 35 students.
Supposed to be 35?
34, sorry, 34 students, yeah.
34. Because if you can see there, the attendance, the 100% attendance should be 34. Now we already have 27.
Yeah.
28. Okay, please do so. Oh, they are maybe. Okay, are we finished? Okay, now 29. I'm not sure how many.
Can I stop the recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I think that's all for today. Have a good rest at home or at your place. Thank you very much. If I have some example, I really love to share it to you. But please do more exercises. See a lot of example. It's very important to keep working. Keep